Hi, I'm Mary.
And Tina.
And this is Bird Barf. Today on Bird Barf, Tina's going to be telling us about a book that she read and I did not.
Yes, I read a book. Yay! In this podcast.
Literacy.
Woohoo! I read a book called The Girl on a Train? On the Train. The Girl on the Train. I know what this book is called because I read it. And it is by Paula Hawkins, who is not Paula Hawkins and is not Stephen Hawking's sister.
No, that was a really sad revelation.
Yeah.
Why did you... I haven't even heard of this book, so what made you pick it up?
Amazon. So Amazon likes to profile people, and they like to suggest things,
That's
and
true.
Usually it's terrible suggestions. But for once, they suggested this book to me because I read Gone Girl, and I constantly look up things related to Gone Girl because I was obsessed with it. And so Amazon decided that I should read The Girl on the Train because it's the new Gone Girl, and it's very mysterious, and it has an unreliable narrative. Although I kind of question whether that really didn't have that much of an unreliable narrative.
I was going to say, you think that it's unreliable, the claim that there's an unreliable narrative?
Yeah, it was not really unreliable in the way that Gone Girl was unreliable.
Yeah.
You might not have read Gone Girl, in which case this won't make any sense to you, but...
So what's it essentially about?
It is about a lady who rides a train every day going to and from work, quote unquote.
Like you.
Yes. And she is she's watching these people in the houses that it's a house that she rides past every day, and she kind of becomes obsessed with them, or she just kind of invents the story. So basically people watching, but to another level, because she's invented basically their whole story.
Okay.
And one day the girl in the house, or the woman in the house, goes missing. And she kind of becomes involved in that story.
Oh.
And it's interesting. Because it's mystery, and I kind of wanted to go to the end and just find out what happened. It was one of those where it's fuck is going to happen, and I didn't though, because I never do that. But it kept me wondering what was going to happen or what the story was going to be. The characters, I was kind of. It's one of those. It's like another Gone Girl. You don't necessarily like the characters necessarily, or all of Gillian Flynn's. Now I read 2 of her novels, and neither of them were I love this character.
You're not
you don't
really
necessarily. Yeah, you don't necessarily like them, and you don't actually hate them. So it's hard to read books like that sometimes, but it was worth reading. It was pretty good. It was I didn't know it was going to happen, and you did want to keep trying to find out.
Was the ending fulfilling, where you were just or was it one of those where you're ugh?
Yeah, I didn't hate the ending. I didn't necessarily think, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah. It was worth.
Yeah, it wasn't completely dissatisfying or anything. I think it was kind of fitting. I wouldn't say I probably would give the book a 3.5 if I were rating it.
So basically, if you I tend to read all those cozy mysteries, which are all kind of silly and stuff. But this would be more if you're into the slightly darker mysteries.
Yeah, definitely slightly darker mystery. Definitely I keep saying Gone Girl. Definitely similar-esque to Gone Girl or a mystery like that. Definitely not a cozy mystery, which I also have been reading a lot of and
They're easy.
It's
They're
definitely
fun.
not because in cozy mysteries, the main characters you always like, or you're
supposed to like them,
it's almost I can't think of anything else that it's similar to.
Yeah.
It has a very similar feel to, it's kind of like if Tom Perrotta wrote a mystery, because in all of his books, the characters are very kind of real and flawed. Yeah, he did. His characters are always very flawed and real, and that kind of makes you not like them sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's kind of if he decided to write a mystery, a murder mystery.
Yeah,
or
he's
whatever.
not big on trying to make you necessarily like you. I mean, they're realistic characters in that they're all kind of...
Yeah, so it's kind of similar to him. And I've read, I think, everything that he's written. So I'm a big fan of his. And I don't always necessarily really, really like what he's written, but they're just kind of intriguing because it's this is what it would be like if the world ended, or this is which is really only one. Not most of his are this is what married life is like, and then you read it and think, I'm never going to get married.
The answer is awful. Yeah,
this is everyday life, and you're I can see why people hate their lives. So he's very big on this is just a snapshot of someone's life, and it's kind of bleak and.
Is
awful.
that so? This is but this is more of an extended book.
And this is but this is more of a mystery, what happened, or what did this lady really see, or is she crazy? Are the other people crazy? Because it's actually then you read the viewpoints of at first just the girl on the train, although she's a woman, and then you read the viewpoint of the girl that went missing.
Oh, okay.
And then you also read the viewpoint of another lady who's also involved in the story in another way. So I won't give everything away, but...
Should I read it?
Maybe, yeah. I don't...
It kind of sounds interesting.
It's interesting, yeah. It's not too long either, so it's not like it's, a huge time commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend it just so you can kind of see, like, what you... Yeah, I kind of always recommend mysteries like that. I'm like, read it because...
It's interesting enough to warrant the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so your ultimate Bird Barf rating is...
A barf of satisfaction.
A mysterious barfing sound that no one knows where it's coming from.
Is this? Did I like it? Did I not? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I like it. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, but I won't do a bird barf on it. No worries.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.